In low. Oh, what a finish.
Jalen Washington, give him credit. He's answered the bell here in this second half. That time keeping it high, finishing, not bringing it down, allowing the guards to affect the basketball.
Closing in on 5 minutes to play. Bounce pass. Key couldn't handle it. A breakout opportunity here. It's Trimble.
That's been the answer. This second half, that's been the answer, is Seth Trimble. He started out knocking down threes, and now in the second half, he has been in attack mode at the rim.
15 of his game-high 25 coming after halftime. Cheeks for three. That one doesn't go. Offensive rebound by Simon. Here's Bennett from the corner. That's good. Dayton continues to respond.
The Flyers are making it clear. We ain't going nowhere.
And that is Washington with the and one.
And look at him going to the bench, letting his teammates know, I'm here. Brent Hampton getting involved in the mix, gets a little bump. Brent laughs it off. Jalen Washington finishing through contact. The hoop, the harm, and as he's over, chest bumping with his teammates. Watch the official. Brent Hampton coming to the mix. Oh, a little friendly fire.
Yeah, catching a stray. Okay. Meanwhile, fourth foul on Zed Key. So he and Nate Santos each with 4. And the three-point play completed by Jalen Washington. Both fan bases turning up the volume knob. Key spins baseline. Gathers himself.
And great hands by Drake Powell. He knocked that off of Zed Key's leg, forcing another turnover. And now the Tar Heels will get the back.
Because we got a fine finish in front of us here in the nightcap. Here's Davis. Trying to turn the corner. And a defensive foul by one official, it seems at least, was going to go against Javon Bennett, but now a discussion. And they are going to get Javon Bennett for the foul. That'll result in a 1-and-1 bonus attempt here for R.J. Davis.
I can appreciate them coming together on this one because the original bump, because what Brent Hampton saw was R.J. Davis's foot step on the baseline. When he came over to talk to Jamel Spearman about whether the foul happened beforehand to make sure that it was, Spearman was very clear that the contact happened beforehand, which was the reason why R.J. stepped on the baseline.
So Santos checking back in for Dayton, playing with the 4 fouls. Davis hits the front end, earns himself another. Second one is good. Davis now with 23 points. He's 6 of 7 from the charity stripe.
In a one-point game, this is as close as Carolina has gotten it. And they've been able to do it with their defense. Can they get another stop here and get an opportunity to take a lead?
Smith. Too much obstruction there provided by Jalen Washington. Chance for Carolina to take the lead. Washington will shoot free throws. A blocking foul is called against Zed Key, and that is his 5th. He is done for the evening.
And Zed Key, who has been very effective on the block versus this North Carolina team, now disqualified with 3 minutes remaining. And Jalen Washington has continued to grow up here in this second half. Hubert Davis was not happy with his effort in the first half, but you've got to applaud the young fella for responding here in the second, and now an opportunity for him to take a lead.
misses the first free throw. Exactly 3 minutes to go. Chance here for Washington to tie this game for the first time since it was 2020. Leaves that one short.
Missed opportunity there for North Carolina, who's been a great free throw shooting team all season long, coming in shooting over 80%.
Dayton for three. They just keep on doing it whenever North Carolina is in the mix. But the Flyers able to make a huge bucket.
And the freshman stepping up as though he's been here before in only his 6th career game.
Davis, that one off the heel. Good chase down there by Trimble. And collides there with Malachi Smith, who picks up the defensive foul.
And Seth Trimble will go back to the line. But Amel Latong, the A10 Rookie of the Week, steps up, knocks down his 3rd three-point field goal on the night. And the freshman just steps back on the floor after Zed Key fouls out and has a huge bucket.
Malachi Smith, by the way, picking up his 4th foul on that play. This ACC Network women's volleyball matchup is so big it could be the best of the season. Number 1 Pitt taking on number 3 Louisville with the ACC regular season title and the number 1 seed in the nation on the line. Coverage begins Wednesday night at 7 Eastern.
That's a big matchup there. Louisville is normally volleyball U. However, the Panthers have been great all season long. Looking forward to that matchup.
Yeah, that's going to be a great one. This has been a great one. 2-point differential closing in on 2 minutes to go. Bennett rises. That one rattles and pops out. And Enoch Cheeks almost did it again.
Another one. You can see he makes the habit of doing that. Great timing, waiting for the defensive rebound to come down and then getting his hands in the mix, coming away with the steal. Unable to get the possession that time, but still forcing the dead ball, allowing Dayton to set up their full court pressure.
Another opportunity for the Tar Heels to either tie or take the lead. Elliot Cadeau playing with his 4 fouls. They get it to Davis. Step back behind the 3. And the Tar Heels lead. Smith, right back at you.
And he holds the phone to his ear. Make sure to let you know to holler at me. Knocking down a huge 3. Both the New York City guards making big plays down the stretch.
Left corner. This is Powell.
Drake Powell did not start the season off shooting the basketball very well. However, 2 huge threes out of that corner for the freshman who's playing at his dream school of North Carolina.
These 2 teams trading blows. Dayton for 3 off the mark. R.J. Davis secures it. So Elliot Cadeau controls here. Our Heels up a point. Oh, the poke away by Posh Alexander.
But you see this matchup coming out, right? Jalen Washington has Posh Alexander guarding him. Now, of course, Hubert Davis drew up what he wanted, and I understand that. So you're going to run that. But as the point guard of this team, I'm thinking, hey, listen, we got to call that off. Look at this matchup. Posh is trying to guard Jalen.
And an offensive foul goes against R.J. Davis.
Because the shot clock was down after the defensive possession by Posh Alexander to knock the basketball all the way down the floor.
And Roy Williams was run into there by Javon Bennett. And great to see Roy smiling.
I would like to get something going. If I'm Malachi Smith, I want to try to find a way to get my shoulders past R.J. Davis and get downhill.
It is Smith. 20 seconds on the clock. Santos launches a 3. misses short side. Rebound by Davis, and he is fouled in the backcourt by Javon Bennett.
And I'm not questioning it because you got a good look. That is definitely still a possibility. More than enough time to be able to try to get a quick 2 and then foul to extend the game.
Everybody up here at Lahaina Civic Center. 14.2 on the clock. Smith brings it across. Goes baseline, kicks it to the corner. Santos somehow knocks down the contested 3.
And again, you don't foul. I agree with Hubert Davis on the not fouling. They make a big shot. Now, I believe the officials are going to go look at this in the corner to make sure. In the first ever top 5 matchup in the 41-year history of the Maui Invitational, and now we come down to this one with a shot that could have tied the game at 90, but looks as though it'll be a long 2, and it will be a 90-89 game.
They are taking an extra long look here. They want to be sure this is such a significant ruling.
Well, the issue here is the fact that with black shoes and a black line, it's hard to see if his toes are actually on the line, but with you seeing no separation between the wood and the line, you would think that shows that his foot has to be on that line. You don't see any of the beautiful wood grain in between the two, which means I believe it's going to be a 2-point shot. Well, defensive purposes, and also if you're going to foul, Elliot Cadeau has 4 fouls. So, I mean, just in case this game does go to overtime, you don't want him to be the guy that fouls.
A lot of iron in R.J. Davis's diet there on that free throw, but it goes. 29 points for R.J. Davis. Give him a 30-burger.
Never a doubt.
And so a 3-point game. No timeouts for Dayton. 4.3 to try to get something up.
And again, Hubert Davis could very well play this out, force them to try to make it 3. But if he's going to foul, it most likely will be on the catch.
It's Smith.
That's
and a reach and foul. There it was.
Perfect. That's perfect. That's the way you do it. Seth Trimble looks over at the bench, gives him the thumbs up, executes that perfectly. Only 2 seconds remaining. And now you have to make the first one and then a perfect miss on the second one for a tip out to your teammates. And it's got to be a 3 to beat you. Even if you tip it out and they make it 2 after they've made 1, you still find yourself in overtime.
So Malachi Smith, 1 for 3 from the line. Hits the all-important first one. And now you got to get artful here.
And now you send in your big guys. Now you send in the biggest group you have to be able to come up with a rebound. In North Carolina right now with 6 players on the floor, somebody's got it there. Drake Powell gets off.
Nobody in this building, aside from some of the bench players and us sitting down. There's the miss. Trimble secures it. And North Carolina pulls off an epic comeback, trailing by 21 in the second half to advance to the semifinal round in this 2024 Maui Invitational presented by Novavax.
But the Dayton Flyers continue to fight. Every response available. The Tar Heels just better in the second half.
We are told it ties the second largest comeback in North Carolina history.
And you're talking about one of the most storied traditions, one of the greatest histories of college basketball, to see the second greatest comeback here on night number 1 of the Maui Invitational. What else can happen throughout this tournament? Stay tuned and see.
We got 2 more days. Are you sure you're up to it?